Why don't men check out women at the gym anymore? A lot of men are keeping their heads down and they're trying to pretend that women don't exist at the gym. Social media has absolutely destroyed natural interactions at the gym, and it's unfortunate. Guys who happen to glance over for half a second or accidentally making eye contact, he's labeled as a creep. A lot of men have gotten the overall message to not engage, to not take the risk. The second a guy even glances over in the general direction of a woman, she's got her phone out recording him for social media, completely blowing it out of proportion. Men know that a single false allegation could totally ruin their lives. And at the gym, it's one of the worst places for that risk to actually happen. Even if he offers to help her, he could be considered mansplaining fitness to her, or his very existence makes these women feel uncomfortable. When the reality is, most men just go to the gym to get a good workout in. He's there to improve himself. And no man wants to be that creepy guy staring at you mid-squat. The audacity, there's actually some women who get upset that men aren't looking. They spent 30 minutes picking out the perfect gym outfit for them. And then when the men don't look, they're asking, where are all the good men? Why aren't men interested anymore? It's unfortunate it's gotten to the point where men don't even feel comfortable going to the gym anymore because of this. They have to act so unnatural.
I want someone at the gym to say hi to me and give me their number. I'm going to give the sexy eyes today in hopes to let the pheromones out of me and just fucking give me your number. Why aren't they talking to me? Is it a racist town?
Okay, let me start this out by saying you should not be approaching women at the gym. Number one rule, don't pick up your girlfriend at the gym. For me personally, I'm like, okay, the only reason why this guy is coming to talk to me is because he liked what he saw, and that's just bad start. You saw my body, you came and you wanted to talk to it. I don't know. But if you were in the gym and you were going to approach a girl, would you be more inclined to talk to the girl wearing baggy clothes, or would you be more inclined to talk to the girl wearing the matching set? I don't know the answer. I'm just curious. But also don't approach women at the gym. That's just number one no.
Attention men who want to hit on women at the gym. First of all, don't. But if you feel so inclined to say something to somebody while they're working out, here's what not to do. So I just finished working out, and this guy came up to me and told me, I don't know if anybody's been so bold as to tell you that you have an amazing body. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of bold people in this world because I get told that constantly. No, I hate body and looks-based compliments. They are so generic. They mean nothing to me. Congratulations, you have eyeballs. So it's a really quick way for me to disqualify you. And that's fine by me. I like to know up front that what you value is what I look like. But for me, I value my hard work, determination, me showing up at the gym because I care about my body and I want to do good things for my body. I don't do this to become a trophy on some dude's mantle. So if you want to stand out and not be like every other dude, maybe try something like, I can tell you work really hard at the gym, and I just want to say that I admire your hard work and determination.
You guys, so I'm at the gym. You know what? Go up to her. Go up to the girl that you think is cute, because most likely she likes you too. And she's waiting for you to go up to her. So do it.
Okay, so I think it's pretty universally accepted that women don't want to get hit on while they're working out at the gym. But my question is, what about men? Men, do you want to be approached by women at the gym while you're working out? Because I see you. You're sweating. You're in the zone. You got your AirPods in. It's adorable. But I don't want to interrupt you if you don't want to be interrupted. So, I don't know. What do you think? Comment below.
All right, I've got a question. When collectively as women did we decide to say men should not approach women at the gym? Because honestly, if a man came up to me...
You have the internet to thank for that. Before I get roasted for saying this, not all women, okay? There are women like she is, where she says, I don't want to meet my man at the bar. If he comes to me between sets respectfully, I would love for someone to approach me at the gym. There's this thing that women these days do, and it gets posted online, which makes it worse. But they do it in person as well, where it's cool to shame someone for hitting on you or approaching you, or to make them look stupid. But those same women will complain about how terrible dating apps are, and how everybody on the dating apps only wants one thing. Meanwhile, there are men who are shooting and missing. Sure, it's hard. It's not easy to approach someone that you find attractive in public as a man. I'm sure it's not easy as a woman either. But there's a societal standard that men should be the one approaching. And then women complain to their girlfriends. They show out in front of their girlfriends like, ew, no, leave me alone. And they make it this big ordeal to the point where now men are embarrassed before they even do it. Women really did this to themselves. And what might be an obvious signal to a woman is not an obvious signal to a man, especially when embarrassment is potentially on the line for him. Women, if you want to be approached more often, especially in spaces where you would like to meet someone, you're going to have to make it so glaringly obvious that it is safe for him to approach. You might as well just approach him.
So statistically speaking, your girlfriend is actually at the gym that you go to. You probably have seen her. She is interested in you. She's available to talk to. She is interested in talking to you. This is what you're gonna do. Because I am tired of guys telling me that they want a fit woman who's attractive, who works out, and they rule out the number one place where they're finding these women and seeing these women on a daily basis. So here's how you're gonna talk to women at the gym. And go ahead and watch all the guys in the comments say don't approach. Those are the same guys who see the confident man at the gym just chatting up anyone and wishing they could be like him. So first tip is you gotta get the idea that you're hitting on a woman, or that you're trying to pick up a woman, or that you're trying to date a woman. Anything that has to do with hitting on a woman, you gotta get that out of your brain. That vocabulary should not exist in your mind. Then you're gonna find a woman who you find attractive, but you're curious to get to know more, and you're not going to assume that you need to date her, that she's the perfect woman, or that she's better than you in any way. You're not going to pedestalize her. You're also not going to imagine her being your girlfriend at all. Don't do that. Then you're going to focus on just a simple interaction, nothing more than that. It's not going to turn into anything. It's not going to decide your value or your fate at that gym. No. You're just going to decide that you want to have a little interaction with this other person at the gym. And then you're going to start to get curious. What is it that I find interesting about her? So again, if this is confusing, send me a DM, because this is literally what I help guys with every day. But here's a very basic opener that I would suggest. Hey, you're doing a great job. That's it. Hey, you're doing a great job. And then she'll be like, oh, thank you. And then you'll be like, yeah, my name is Tom. And she'll be like, oh, my name is Megan. And then you can see if your brain comes up with anything else. And if not, you just say, have a great workout. Now we've created some rapport. Now we've created some connection. Bottom line is, don't be desperate to date anyone at that gym. No one's better than you. You're just focused on, can I interact with this other human for a minute? That's it. Just show my interest. Maybe give a compliment. Maybe ask a question. That's it. That is it. And I see guys do this often because they're not worried about what a woman is going to think of them. So try this out and tell me how it goes for you.
Remember the story of that guy who came and tried to hit on me when I had laryngitis, and I told him that, and he went, whoa, good luck with your laryngitis, and ran away because he thought it was an STD. Yeah. Well, a month later, he came and talked to me again tonight. Ah! Yeah, few things. One, I was panting like a dog, sweating like a pig, and I literally turned and was like trying to pretend he wasn't there, and he was literally going like this. Brother, does it look like I want to talk to you? No. Okay, let's add more things to the list. Okay, he goes, how old are you? I tell him, I'm 22. He goes, wow, guess how old I am? I said, 30. He goes, wow, how'd you know? Because you look like it. Get away from me. Get away from me. There's a reason why you're 30 years old and single. Because you try to pick people up in the gym. Not gonna happen, bro. And then he proceeds to go on and on about, yeah, I moved here 9 years ago from Missouri, Mississippi. I don't know. One of those. I wasn't really listening. And started my own business, and the money is just so much better here. I just have so much money, and blah, blah, blah. I have so much money. Does it look like I care? Does it look like I care?
100% yes. I'm going to give you some examples of great first liners. Number 1. Hey, I noticed your ass is mad fat. Option 1. Option 2 would probably be like, I can't tell you everything, okay? Just go up to her and say something. Jesus. If you can't think of a first line, then you got some bigger fish to fry.
So I was at the gym and someone tried to hit on me, and their go-to pickup line was to tell me that I was attractive, and then proceeded to tell me, wow, your voice is really deep. Is it because you work out a lot? We both know what he was thinking. Just because I have a deep voice doesn't mean I am not a cisgender female. Ah! Get it through your head!
This might be a hot take, but I love when men approach women in the gym. I think that if done correctly, approaching a woman in the gym is amazing move for any man. Whether you're trying to make a friend or try to shoot your shot, I love when a man does that. 2 ways I've seen men do it that I personally, as a woman who is cuffed, was like, that was a good line. One way I had a guy do it was he came up to me and asked how I did hip thrusts to not hurt my back. So he was essentially asking me for gym advice other than the mansplaining they typically do. And the second way, which just happened to me, a guy asked me what kind of athlete I was. And I looked at him dumbfounded and he said, what are you training for? I was like, me? Silly old me? And I just loved that approach. If you're gonna talk to women, do it that way. Don't be creepy, don't stare at her, don't get close and try to look at her booty while she's hitting leg day. What I just shared is the appropriate way to talk to a woman at the gym.
Do you think it's chill when dudes ask out girls at the gym?
If I'm working out and you interrupt me, that's a no. If you stare at me for too long, that's a no. And if you try to be cool but you're not, then it's a no.
What does that look like if they're trying to be cool and they're not?
They're trying to look interesting, but they're not.
How do you think dudes try to look interesting?
I feel like they want to make you feel that they're the big guy. But it's like, there's nothing like a humble king that approaches you.
Can I just not work out in peace? Is this not a thing for me anymore? This is the second time a man has approached me. And this time he just goes, point blank, what's your ethnicity? What about me looks approachable to you? Headphones in, clearly working out, don't want to talk to you. I'm literally half your age, sir. I go, no, why are you asking me that? He's like, oh, I'm just curious. And I go, okay, great. He goes, well, are you an athlete? And I'm like, no. Like, well, I work out because I feel stressed and I like to look good for me. Now go away. I didn't say that. But like, this is the second time in a row. Yesterday I was approached by a man who told me how to properly hinge my neck forward so I don't injure myself. Like, it's uninvited and unsolicited advice, sir. It's 2023. Like, stop approaching women. Also, do you think I want to be approached? Just let me lift in peace or I'm going to punch you in the throat next time. And then I'm going to get arrested.
Here are 5 steps to approaching women at the gym. And don't worry, you don't have to ask her to take off her headphones. One of the biggest benefits to meeting women at the gym is hopefully it's someone that you see regularly. The first step is to use this familiarity to your advantage. The more often she sees you, the more comfortable she's going to be engaging with you. The second step is to approach at the right time. A great opportunity is if you're both waiting for the same class to start, when she's refilling her water bottle, or my personal favorite, when she's leaving or walking into the gym. The third step is to start with small talk. Kick off light, casual conversations about common gym topics. Ask her how her workouts are going, if she's training for something in particular, what her fitness goals are, or even how long she's been a member. Step 4 is all about gestures. If opportunity strikes, save her a spot in class, share equipment, or even partner up for activities. Small gestures can go a long way in building a connection. And finally, step 5. After you've built up a bit of a vibe, ask her to grab a coffee or smoothie or go for a walk after one of your workouts.
I just watched a video where a woman said it's hard for her to approach her gym crush because anytime she gets close to a guy, they either, don't look at her like this or they move stations completely. This is kind of what some of y'all asked for. Let me cook. You started seeing women set up tripods, and then when a dude happens to pan or look in their area, them zooming in on their face and calling them a creep. That's when things started changing. In addition to that, you also have a lot of women that are saying, when I'm at the gym, don't approach me. I'm just there to work out and leave. Okay. So if you're a man in the gym now, you're catching looks from a woman and you think she might be interested, you're not going to jump the gun unless she says something, because you don't want to end up as one of those creeps who doesn't leave women alone while they're working out. And this is something I've definitely done before. Like if a woman is on a squat rack and she's facing the mirror and I happen to be doing an exercise like behind her, I will move all the way up in front next to her, or I'll just move completely away from her, because I don't want anybody to be thinking, oh, he's standing right behind me watching me squat. No. In summary, dudes are not trying to look like creeps. So strike up the conversation if you want to talk to them. Other than that, don't be expecting dudes to jump the gun, because you just never know.
If you have a gym crush and he's a good guy, he's not going to walk up to you 100%. He's not going to shoot his shot with you. You're going to be the one that has to do it. These guys are out here, they're working on themselves, they're fighting their demons. They're not here to talk to girls. If you're out here having a staring contest with this guy, just know that you're going to be the one that has to make the move. And this is not from experience personally, but I just know that this is how these guys move. Next time you're at the gym, just know he's not going to talk to you. It has nothing to do with you. This is just how he is.
Okay, I can't find the girl's video on here. I was going to stitch it, but she was basically talking about how you should always be aware of your surroundings because people, especially men, are always recording you. And this actually happened to me once at the gym, so I want to give a story time on that and make sure everyone is always aware of their surroundings. There was this old man that would come to the gym around the same time I was always there. I would see him, and he always wanted to kind of be near where I was working out. So he would kind of like come across the gym and be on the bench next to me, or like diagonal from me, and I really didn't think anything of it because I was just like, whatever, like it's a public space, like this guy can be next to me. I kind of got like creepy vibes, but like I just went on with my workout, like whatever. Then one day I go to the gym, he's there. I go to this like grass area that's kind of off to the side where you can like do free weights and stuff. And it's just me, this old man that follows me everywhere, and this other guy who usually goes to the gym at the same time as me. And he's like probably in his 40s. He definitely looks like a dad. So I'm doing my workout. The old man comes from across the gym to where I am, and he comes behind me. I don't notice him at this time. So I don't know that he's there, but that's basically what happened. I start doing RDLs, which if you don't know what RDLs are, you basically have to like bend down in front of you and like go up. You can look it up. But I start doing that, and I'm doing that like a couple times, like couple reps. And I sit down and I'm resting, and the guy next to me, the dad, comes up to me and he's like, hey, do you know that guy's recording you? So I look behind me, and it's the old man, and he's just like on his phone. He's not like looking at us or anything, because at this point I had been resting for like 30 seconds, so he was just like on his phone. And I was like, no, I didn't know he was recording me. And the dad goes, that guy was for sure recording you doing your workout. And at this point I'm like super creeped out, and I think the dad could tell that I was like really upset, because I was like, I don't know what to do. So the dad actually goes up to him and says, hey, were you recording her working out? And obviously the old man is like, no, I wasn't. No, I was on the phone. So the dad was kind of like attacking him, and then I have to go over there, and I'm like, dude, were you recording me? Like, I don't feel comfortable. So luckily one of my boyfriend's friends was working at the gym, and they were like really close. So I went up to him, I told him the situation, went on the cameras or something, I think, and the guy basically got kicked out. They went through his phone. They didn't find any videos, but apparently like he would follow girls at the gym all the time. Like, not just me, it was other girls. He would follow them around the gym. They kind of were aware of him, but they didn't know that he was recording people. People are weird out there, and always be aware of your surroundings, because I wasn't aware of mine, and who knows how many videos he could have gotten from me in other times. Maybe he had a secret folder on his phone of me and other girls. Definitely was like really uncomfortable situation, and it made me feel uncomfortable for a really long time. I'm definitely way more aware of my surroundings, especially at the gym now, and I highly encourage you to do the same.
Personally, I don't mind. But, you know, as long as it's done in a respectful way, they're not sleazy, I'm not like in the middle of a set or something like that, and they hurry up, get to the point, I think it's fine. But, you know, I can only speak for myself. But I do hear it though when women feel like, you know, we're just here to train, we don't want to talk to you lot. I hear it. My brother's got a girlfriend, but he said that he would never approach a woman in the gym, and he doesn't understand why guys do it. Like, it's nowhere sacred. Like, why are you not locked in? Why are you looking at women? I don't know. I mean, I think it depends. But I mean, as long as, you know, they're respectful, I think it's okay. And especially if they're good looking, it's not a problem.